Welcome, my friends. Today, we stand at the threshold of a new day, a new opportunity, a new beginning. In this very moment, you have the power to reset, to awaken to your true potential, and to live a life filled with success, love, and positive energy. You see, life is not something that happens to you, it is something that happens through you. And it begins, as it always does, with your thoughts. Now, imagine for a moment waking up every morning, knowing that you have everything within you to create the life you want. Imagine waking up with a sense of gratitude, a sense of purpose, and a knowing that today is going to be different because you've decided it will be. You have the power to cultivate that energy, to focus your mind, and to align with the universe in ways that bring you closer to your highest self. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to guide you through a meditation, one that will help you clear away the fog of doubt and limitation. It will help you create space for success, for love, and for positive energy to flow effortlessly into your life. We'll begin by simply quieting the mind, releasing the weight of the world from your shoulders, and breathing in the energy of this present moment. Because that's all you have, this present moment. So, take a deep breath, feel the power of the air filling your lungs, and know that with each breath, you are aligned with the flow of life itself. Now, as we sit together in this sacred space, let us start with a simple thought: you are worthy. You are worthy of all the success that life has to offer. You are worthy of love, love from others, and, most importantly, love from yourself. And you are worthy of the positive energy that will carry you through the day, lifting you higher with every step you take. There's a simple truth that I want you to embrace today: your thoughts create your reality. It's a law like gravity. What you focus on expands. So, if you're thinking about success, about achieving your goals, about the love you want to experience, guess what? You're inviting those very things into your life. But if you focus on fear, doubt, or limitation, you're going to see more of that, too. The choice is yours, always. As you breathe deeply and center yourself, understand this: success is not a destination, it's a state of mind. It's not about reaching a specific goal or acquiring material things. It's about knowing that you are successful in every moment you align with your true self, your higher self. Success is when you wake up with a sense of peace, with a sense of purpose, and with the knowledge that you are doing your best with the resources available to you. Now, imagine yourself surrounded by an aura of love, a love that flows freely from your heart and connects you to everyone around you. Love is the highest vibration, and when you tune into it, everything shifts. People feel it, situations change, and opportunities that were once invisible now become clear. Love is the magnet that attracts all things beautiful and positive into your life. And it starts with loving yourself. You must first fill your own cup before you can give to others. And as we move through today, I want you to know that positive energy is not something you have to chase or search for. It's within you right now, always ready to be tapped into. The key is to release the negativity, to let go of any judgments, any complaints, or any beliefs that tell you you're not enough. When you clear that mental clutter, you open up to the vast reservoir of positive energy that's always available to you. So let's take a few moments now to close our eyes, to center our thoughts, and to let go of everything that no longer serves us. We are going to affirm that today will be filled with success, love, and positive energy. With each breath, you are reminded that you are powerful, that you are deserving, and that you are in charge of the direction your life is taking. The universe is always on your side, working with you, not against you. It's time to tune into that energy, to allow yourself to receive it, and to be the conduit through which it flows into every area of your life. Imagine, for a moment, that your thoughts are like seeds. Each thought you have is a tiny, invisible seed that is planted in the fertile soil of your mind. Some seeds are positive, uplifting, and full of potential, while others are negative, limiting, and filled with doubt. But here's the key: regardless of what seed you plant, it will grow. That is the power of thought. What you think about, what you focus on expands. It takes root in your subconscious. And before you know it, the very life you've been imagining starts to show up in front of you, in your experiences, in your relationships, and in your circumstances. The truth is that you are the creator of your reality, and it all starts with the thoughts you choose to think. Thoughts are energy. They are not just fleeting mental images or words running through your mind. They carry a vibration. Every thought you think sends out a frequency into the universe. That frequency interacts with the world around you and attracts like frequencies. This is not some abstract, mystical concept. This is the way the world works. It is the law of attraction at its core. So, let's pause for a moment and consider, if your thoughts are seeds, what kind of seeds have you been planting lately? Are they seeds of success, abundance, and love? Or are they seeds of fear, scarcity, and self-doubt? This is not about placing blame or feeling guilty. This is simply about understanding the responsibility you have as a creator. You are in control of the garden that is your life. If you want to see a harvest of positivity, joy, and growth, you need to consciously choose what seeds you are planting in your mind. One of the most powerful aspects of this is that you can choose your thoughts. You are not a passive observer of your life, waiting for circumstances to determine your fate. You are an active participant. The power of thought lies in your ability to redirect your focus. If you find yourself thinking negatively, if you notice that your mind tends to dwell on fear or worry, you have the power to shift that thinking. You have the ability to choose a different seed, to choose a thought that aligns with the life you want to create. It's not always easy, but it's always possible. Think about a time in your life when you were deeply focused on a goal or a dream. Maybe you were working toward a promotion at work, starting a new business, or building a new relationship. When you were focused on that goal, your thoughts were filled with possibility, determination, and positive expectation. You might have visualized yourself succeeding, feeling that sense of pride and accomplishment. In that moment, your thoughts were planting seeds of success, and you likely noticed that everything around you began to shift in your favor. Opportunities appeared where there once seemed to be obstacles, and doors opened that you didn't even know existed. That's the power of focused, positive thought. On the flip side, think about a time when you were consumed with worry or fear. Maybe you were anxious about an upcoming event, or you were doubting your own abilities. During those times, did you notice how everything seemed to go wrong? Did things feel heavy, as if the world was working against you? That's because your thoughts were planting seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation. And just as positive thoughts attract positive outcomes, negative thoughts attract negative outcomes. The energy you put out into the universe comes back to you, often magnified. Now, this is not to say that you should never have negative thoughts, or that life should always be sunshine and roses. Negative thoughts are a natural part of the human experience. We all experience doubt, fear, and uncertainty from time to time. The key is not to allow those negative thoughts to take root and grow. You have the ability to observe them, to acknowledge them, and then to consciously choose to let them go. When you catch yourself thinking a thought that doesn't serve you, don't get frustrated. Instead, gently redirect your focus. Replace that thought with one that is in alignment with the life you want to create. In this way, you are planting seeds of empowerment, optimism, and possibility. The challenge comes when you are unaware of the thoughts you are thinking. Most of us go through life on autopilot, letting our minds wander wherever they please. We are bombarded with negative messages from the media, from people around us, and even from our own past experiences. We may have grown up in environments that planted seeds of limitation in our minds. And those seeds have been growing for years, sometimes without us even realizing it. But the good news is that you can begin to change that right now. You can begin to be mindful of the thoughts you think, and make conscious decisions about what you want to create. You are not a prisoner of your past thoughts. You are the gardener of your own mind. One of the most powerful tools you have in this process is affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself, designed to shift your mindset and replace negative thoughts with empowering ones. When you speak words of positivity, you are planting seeds of success, abundance, and love. The more you repeat these affirmations, the more they take root in your subconscious mind, and the more they begin to shape your reality. It's like watering a garden every day. At first, you might not see the results, but over time, the seeds you've planted begin to grow and bloom. Another tool at your disposal is visualization. Take a few moments each day to close your eyes and imagine the life you want to create. See yourself succeeding, see yourself surrounded by love, see yourself radiating positive energy. This mental practice not only aligns your thoughts with your desires, but it also strengthens your belief in your ability to manifest those desires. As you visualize your success, you are reinforcing the seeds of positivity that you've planted, and those seeds will grow into your reality. Your thoughts create your reality. This is not a wishful thinking mantra, it's the fundamental law of the universe. What you think about, you bring about. And you have the power, right now, to plant the seeds of the life you want. Start paying attention to your thoughts. Start consciously planting seeds of success, love, and positive energy. The garden of your mind is waiting for you to tend it. What kind of harvest will you create? We live in a world that constantly tells us that we must strive, we must achieve, and we must earn our worth. From a very young age, we're taught that our value is tied to what we do, what we accomplish, and how much we have. We are told that we are only worthy if we meet certain conditions, if we check off certain boxes, if we reach certain goals. And for many of us, this leads to a life spent chasing after things, seeking external validation, and constantly measuring ourselves against some external standard. But here is the truth that can change everything: you are worthy simply because you exist. Your worth does not come from your accomplishments or your possessions. Your worth is inherent. It is a part of who you are. It is woven into the very fabric of your being. When we are born, we come into this world complete and whole. We are filled with potential, with infinite possibilities, and with the capacity to create, to love, and to achieve great things. Yet, somewhere along the way, many of us begin to doubt our worth. We begin to measure ourselves against others, against the ideals we see around us, against the stories we tell ourselves about who we should be. We start believing that we must prove ourselves, that we must do something extraordinary to earn love, respect, and success. But that's where we get it wrong. The reality is that your worth is not something that can be earned, bought, or given to you by anyone. It is already within you, waiting to be recognized. You were born worthy. The very fact that you exist makes you worthy. You are deserving of all the love, success, and abundance that life has to offer, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Think about it. How often do you find yourself doubting your worth? How often do you feel like you need to do more, be more, or have more in order to feel good enough? We live in a culture that constantly reinforces the idea that we are only as good as our achievements, our possessions, and our status. We look to external validation to measure our worth, hoping that the approval of others will fill the emptiness we feel inside. But no amount of external success can fill a void created by a lack of self-worth. The truth is that when you believe in your inherent worth, you no longer need the approval of others to feel good about yourself. You can stand tall in your own presence, knowing that you are already enough. But how do we tap into this inherent worth? How do we begin to recognize and embrace the truth of our value? It begins with changing the way we see ourselves. Instead of focusing on what we lack, on what we don't have, or on what we haven't achieved, we must begin to focus on what is already within us. Your worth is not something you need to earn. It is something you need to recognize, to acknowledge, and to allow yourself to experience. A powerful practice that can help you tap into your worth is the practice of self-compassion. We are often our own harshest critics, holding ourselves to impossible standards and judging ourselves for our perceived flaws and shortcomings. But self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness, patience, and understanding that you would offer to a friend. It means acknowledging that, like everyone else, you are human. You will make mistakes. You will have challenges. You will face setbacks. And yet, through it all, your worth remains unchanged. You are worthy, not because of your perfection, but because of your humanity. Another way to recognize your worth is through gratitude. When you focus on the things you are grateful for, you shift your energy from what is lacking to what is abundant. Gratitude helps you to see the value in your life, in your experiences, and in yourself. It reminds you that you have everything you need within you right now. By acknowledging your own worth, you begin to see the beauty and power that already exists within you. It's also important to recognize that you are not separate from others. You are part of a vast, interconnected universe. What happens to one person affects us all. The belief in your own worth is not just about you. It's about understanding your place in the world and recognizing that you are deserving of everything that the universe has to offer. Your worth is not only valid, but it is necessary. The world needs your unique contributions, your voice, and your gifts. Without you, the world would be incomplete. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on how often we put conditions on our worth. We may say to ourselves, "I'll be worthy when I get that promotion," or "I'll be worthy when I find the perfect relationship," or "I'll be worthy when I lose 10 pounds." We create these mental barriers that tell us we are not good enough as we are, but this is a trap. It keeps us constantly striving, constantly chasing something outside ourselves, when the truth is that everything we need is already within us. If you are waiting for the right moment to feel worthy, you will be waiting forever. The moment is now. The time to embrace your worth is right now. The time to step into your full power and potential is right now. You are worthy, not because of what you've done or haven't done, but because you exist. Embracing your worth also means letting go of the need for external validation. When you recognize your own worth, you no longer need to prove yourself to anyone. You no longer need to seek approval, acceptance, or praise from others. You become your own source of validation. You trust in your own abilities, your own intuition, and your own heart. You no longer measure yourself against the standards of others. You set your own standards, and you live by your own truth. Finally, embracing your worth means allowing yourself to receive. It's one thing to believe that you are worthy, but it's another to allow yourself to receive the love, success, and abundance that is your birthright. Many people have difficulty receiving, whether it's compliments, help, or opportunities, because they don't believe they deserve it. But in order to fully experience the richness of life, you must open yourself to receive. You must allow the love, the abundance, and the opportunities to flow freely to you. And that begins with believing that you are worthy of it all. Your worth is not something you can lose, and it's not something that can be taken from you. It is who you are at your core. It is a birthright that cannot be altered by external circumstances. You are worthy simply because you exist. Success is often viewed as a distant goal, a place to arrive at after much struggle, effort, and striving. Many people think that success is about climbing the ladder, achieving the highest accolades, and gaining recognition from others. But true success is not a destination to reach or a mountain to climb. It's a way of being, a state of mind that you can choose in every moment. It is the realization that success is not something you attain through external achievements. It is something that resides within you, waiting to be acknowledged and expressed. The first step in understanding this concept of success is to shift our perception of what it really means. Success is not about accumulating wealth, titles, or possessions. It's about aligning with who you truly are and living in a way that is congruent with your deepest values and desires. It's not about chasing after external markers of success. It's about living in harmony with your inner truth, your purpose, and your highest potential. When you understand that success is a state of being, everything changes. You no longer measure success by what you have or what you've done, but by how you feel, how you show up in the world, and how connected you are to the source of your own being. Most people spend their lives seeking success outside of themselves, chasing the next achievement, the next goal, the next material possession. They believe that when they finally reach the top of the mountain, when they finally obtain that one thing they've been striving for, they will feel successful. But the truth is that success is not a someday experience. It is not something that exists in the future. Success is something that you can choose right now, in the present moment. It's about being successful in the way you think, in the way you approach life, and in the way you respond to challenges. You can choose to be successful in any situation, regardless of what is happening around you. The key to success is not in external circumstances, it's in your response to those circumstances. It's in how you choose to view challenges, setbacks, and obstacles. When you approach life with a mindset of success, you understand that every experience, whether good or bad, is an opportunity for growth, learning, and evolution. Even when things don't go according to plan, you can choose to see it as part of your journey to greater success. Success is not the absence of obstacles, it is your ability to stay aligned with your inner purpose and maintain your peace of mind in the face of adversity. One of the biggest misconceptions about success is that it requires constant effort and struggle. Many people believe that in order to succeed, they must work themselves into exhaustion, push through every challenge, and sacrifice their well-being for the sake of achievement. This mindset is rooted in the belief that success is earned through hard work and sacrifice. While it's true that effort is sometimes required to achieve certain goals, true success does not come from struggle. It comes from ease, flow, and alignment with your true self. When you are aligned with your inner purpose, when you are living authentically and in harmony with your values, success becomes a natural byproduct. You don't have to force it. It flows effortlessly to you. Success is not a result of the things you do, it is a result of the energy you embody. If you are constantly pushing, forcing, and struggling, you are sending out a message to the universe that you are not aligned with your true self. You are sending out a message that says, I have to work harder in order to be successful. But the truth is that you don't have to work harder, you have to work smarter. And working smarter means being in alignment with your purpose, trusting the process, and allowing things to unfold naturally. When you are in alignment with your true self, you begin to attract the right people, opportunities, and resources into your life. Success is not about forcing things to happen, it's about allowing them to unfold in the most effortless and natural way. This brings us to another key aspect of success, the importance of inner peace. True success is not found in external accomplishments. It's found in inner peace. When you are at peace with yourself, when you are calm, centered, and aligned with your true purpose, success becomes inevitable. It's when we are at peace with who we are that we can truly manifest the life we desire. Inner peace allows us to make clear decisions, take inspired actions, and trust the process of life. When you are not at peace with yourself, when you are filled with doubt, fear, or anxiety, it's difficult to take aligned action. You become scattered, overwhelmed, and disconnected from your true purpose. But when you find inner peace, everything becomes clearer. You begin to make decisions that are aligned with your highest good, and you move through life with a sense of ease and grace. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate inner peace is through mindfulness and meditation. When you take time each day to quiet your mind, to center yourself, and to reconnect with your inner self, You create a space for success to flow naturally into your life. Meditation helps you release stress, let go of negative thoughts, and tap into your intuition. It helps you connect with the present moment and reminds you that success is not something you have to chase. It's something that exists within you, in the here and now. Another key component of success is the ability to believe in yourself. It is impossible to achieve success if you do not believe that you are capable of it. Belief in yourself is the foundation of all achievement. When you believe in your abilities, in your potential, and in your worth, you take inspired action toward your goals. You have the confidence to step outside your comfort zone, to take risks, and to persevere through challenges. But when you doubt yourself, when you lack confidence in your abilities, you hold yourself back. You create limiting beliefs that prevent you from stepping into your full potential. The first step toward achieving success is believing that you are worthy of it, that you are capable of it, and that you can create the life you desire. Success is not about the destination. It's about the journey. It's about how you show up in each moment, how you approach each challenge, and how you stay aligned with your purpose. Success is a state of mind, a way of being, and a choice you can make every day. When you recognize that success is within you, that it is not something to be attained, but something to be embodied, everything in your life will shift. You will stop chasing success and begin to attract it, effortlessly and naturally, as a result of living in alignment with your highest self. Success is not about doing more. It's about being more, being true to who you are, trusting the process of life, and allowing success to flow to you as a natural byproduct of your alignment with your true purpose. There is a powerful truth that often gets overlooked in the hustle and bustle of life. Love is the highest and most transformative force in the universe. It is the driving energy behind everything that exists, from the stars in the sky to the cells in your body. Love is not just something that we feel for others. It is the very essence of who we are. It's an energy that flows through us and connects us to everyone and everything around us. The love we experience in our lives is not something that is given to us from the outside. It is something that emanates from within. It is an internal state of being that, when fully embraced, has the power to change not only our lives, but the world itself. When we talk about love, we are often conditioned to think of it as something external, something we receive from others or seek in our relationships. But true love, the kind of love that has the power to transform our lives, is not something that comes from another person or from external circumstances. True love is a state of being, a frequency, and a vibration that originates within us. It is a choice to align with the highest aspects of ourselves and to radiate that energy outward to the world. It is the recognition that love is not something to be earned, demanded, or manipulated. Love is an unconditional, infinite, and all-encompassing force that exists within you, waiting to be expressed. When you begin to embrace love as your true nature, everything changes. Your relationships become deeper and more authentic because you are no longer seeking love outside of yourself. You are no longer looking for approval or validation from others because you understand that your worth and your ability to love come from within. This shifts your energy completely. Instead of seeking love and approval, you become a beacon of love, radiating warmth, kindness, and compassion to everyone you encounter. And as you do, you begin to attract more of that love into your life. The more love you give, the more love you receive. It is a reciprocal cycle that expands and grows as you continue to embrace the truth of your own loving nature. The power of love is that it transcends all other emotions and experiences. It is the antidote to fear, anger, resentment, and judgment. When you choose love, you choose to rise above the lower vibrations of negativity and to align with the highest frequency of all. Love has the power to dissolve fear because fear cannot exist in the presence of love. Fear thrives in the absence of love, but when you bring love into any situation, fear melts away. Love transforms conflict into understanding, hatred into compassion, and loneliness into connection. Love is the most powerful tool you have for creating harmony, peace, and joy in your life. But how do we begin to embody love in our everyday lives? The first step is to love yourself. This might sound simple, but for many, it's the most challenging part of the journey. We often place conditions on our love. We tell ourselves that we will love ourselves when we achieve certain things, when we lose weight, when we become successful, or when we receive approval from others. But this is not true love. True love is unconditional. It is a love that says, I am worthy of love simply because I exist. It is a love that acknowledges your imperfections, your mistakes, and your flaws without judgment. It is a love that accepts you as you are, knowing that you are perfect in your own unique way. When you begin to love yourself unconditionally, you free yourself from the need for validation or approval from others. You no longer seek to fill the void within you with external sources of love. Instead, you recognize that the love you are seeking is already within you, waiting to be acknowledged and expressed. This internal shift is powerful because when you love yourself, you begin to see the beauty and potential in others as well. You no longer judge or criticize others based on their flaws or mistakes. You begin to see them through the eyes of love, recognizing that they too are deserving of love, acceptance, and compassion. The second step in embodying love is to choose love in every situation. This can be challenging, especially in moments of conflict or when faced with difficult people, but the key is to remember that love is not a feeling, it is a choice. You can choose to respond with love, even in the face of negativity. This does not mean that you condone bad behavior or allow yourself to be mistreated. It means that you choose to respond with compassion, understanding, and empathy, rather than reacting with anger, frustration, or judgment. When you choose love, you are not only transforming the situation at hand, but you are also raising your own vibration and aligning with the highest energy available. This practice of choosing love in every situation takes time and mindfulness. It requires you to be aware of your thoughts, your emotions, and your reactions in the moment. When you catch yourself slipping into negativity, you have the opportunity to pause and consciously choose to respond with love. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes, and the more natural it feels. Over time, your entire outlook on life begins to shift. You start to see the world as a place of love and opportunity, rather than fear and limitation. Another key aspect of embodying love is forgiveness. Holding on to grudges, resentment, and anger only blocks the flow of love in your life. Forgiveness is not about excusing or condoning the behavior of others. It is about releasing the negative emotions that are keeping you trapped in the past. When you forgive, you free yourself from the grip of anger and pain, and you make space for love to flow freely. Forgiveness is an act of self-love, as it allows you to heal and move forward in your life. It's not about the other person. It's about you and your own peace of mind. Finally, it's important to recognize that love is not limited. Love is not a finite resource that we must guard or protect. It is infinite. The more love you give, the more love you have to give. There is always more love available to you. When you give love freely and without expectation, you open yourself up to receiving love in return. And the love you receive will be limitless, because the energy you put out into the world will come back to you, multiplied. Love is a cycle that feeds on itself. The more love you give, the more love you create, and the more love you receive. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. It is the energy that connects us all, that heals us, and that brings us closer to our true selves. When you choose love in every moment, you are choosing to align with the highest aspect of your being. And in doing so, you create a life that is filled with peace, joy, and fulfillment. Positive energy is the natural state of being for every living thing on this planet. It is the essence that flows through the universe, the subtle force that governs everything from the rising sun to the beating of your heart. It is present in every breath you take, in every cell of your body, and in every interaction you have with others. The real power, however, is in your ability to tune into this energy and allow it to guide you through your day, through your challenges, and through your life. You see, positive energy is not something that is out there waiting for you to find it. It's already within you. It's always been there, and it will always be there. The question isn't whether or not you have access to it, but whether you choose to tap into it. Every moment, you have the choice to direct your energy toward positivity, or you can allow it to be consumed by negativity, doubt, and fear. The reality is that you are always generating energy. Whether it's positive or negative is determined by your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Think about the times in your life when you've been truly happy, truly at peace. When you're in a state of joy, of gratitude, or of love, do you notice how everything around you seems to flow more easily? People are kinder, opportunities appear with little effort, and challenges seem less daunting. This is the power of positive energy in action. When you are aligned with positive energy, life becomes effortless. You move with the flow of the universe rather than against it. You attract circumstances, people, and situations that are in harmony with the energy you are putting out. Now, let's take a moment to understand what positive energy truly is. Positive energy isn't just about being happy all the time or pretending that everything is perfect. It's not about ignoring challenges or pretending that difficult emotions don't exist. Rather, positive energy is the ability to see the potential for growth, transformation, and opportunity in every situation. It's the ability to respond to life with a mindset of possibility, with the belief that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Positive energy is about staying in alignment with the highest aspects of yourself, choosing to embrace life as a series of learning experiences, and knowing that every step you take is leading you toward your highest good. It's important to recognize that positive energy isn't something you need to seek externally. Too often, we look for something outside of ourselves to fix our energy, whether it's through material possessions, achievements, or relationships. While these things can bring moments of joy, they are not the source of true positive energy. True positive energy comes from within. It's a deep, internal connection to your own well-being, your own sense of peace, and your own alignment with your values. The more you cultivate this inner source of energy, the less dependent you become on external circumstances to feel good. You learn to generate your own energy, to create your own sense of fulfillment, and to remain centered regardless of what is happening around you. One of the most powerful tools you have for cultivating positive energy is the way you think. Your thoughts are the seeds of your reality, and the energy behind those thoughts will shape the world you experience. If you think positively, if you focus on the good, the possibilities, and the opportunities, you will begin to attract more of that into your life. Your thoughts are not just passive reactions to the world. They are actively creating your experience. When you consistently choose to focus on what is working in your life, rather than what is not, you begin to shift your energy in a positive direction. Every thought you think is a choice. You can choose to focus on what you can control, on what is good, and on what is positive, or you can choose to focus on what is lacking, on what is wrong, and on what you don't want. The more you choose positive thoughts, the more positive energy you create. Another essential aspect of positive energy is the importance of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces for shifting your energy and attracting more positivity into your life. When you practice gratitude, you are training your mind to focus on the abundance that is already present. Gratitude helps you to see the beauty in the small things, the blessings in the challenges, and the opportunities in every moment. When you are grateful, you acknowledge the gifts that life has already given you, and this creates a powerful energy of appreciation. And when you are in a state of appreciation, you open yourself up to receive even more. The universe responds to your energy, and when your energy is one of gratitude, it can only attract more things for which to be grateful. The energy you put out into the world also affects the people around you. Think about the people in your life who radiate positivity. You know the ones? Their energy is infectious, and when you're around them, you can't help but feel uplifted, inspired, and motivated. Positive energy is contagious. When you choose to live in alignment with positivity, you not only improve your own life, but you also impact the lives of those around you. You create a ripple effect that extends far beyond yourself. People are drawn to positive energy. They want to be around it, and they want to share in it. And as you radiate positive energy, you create more opportunities to connect with others, to collaborate, and to grow together. One of the most profound ways to increase your positive energy is through self-care. Taking care of your body, mind, and spirit is essential for maintaining a high vibration. When you are well rested, nourished, and physically healthy, you are better able to generate and sustain positive energy. When you are spiritually connected, when you take time to meditate, reflect, or connect with your higher self, you open up a channel for peace and positive energy to flow freely through you. Positive energy thrives when you honor your needs, when you nurture yourself, and when you take time to replenish your energy. It's also important to recognize that positive energy is not about avoiding negative emotions. We all experience moments of frustration, sadness, or fear. These emotions are part of the human experience. The key is not to deny or suppress these feelings, but to acknowledge them, honor them, and then let them go. Negative emotions are like clouds passing through the sky. They come and go. They do not define you, and they do not have to control your energy. By allowing yourself to experience and release negative emotions, you create space for positive energy to flow in. It's the balance between acknowledging what is difficult and focusing on what is possible that keeps your energy in alignment with your true nature. When you choose to live with positive energy, you align yourself with the natural flow of life. You become a magnet for opportunities, success, and abundance. Positive energy attracts positive outcomes. It is the foundation for living a life filled with joy, peace, and fulfillment. The more you nurture and protect your energy, the more it will serve you, and the more it will elevate the world around you. Remember, you are the source of your energy. You have the power to create a life that is aligned with positivity, and every choice you make today is an opportunity to strengthen that energy.